Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Movie Deputy Reviews, where if you saw the title or if you see the poster over here on our YouTube channel, you know we are talking about Scream 2, the second movie in the Scream series. Wes Craven did it again. And this one really questions the whole thing of whodunit, because you think you know who died, you think you know who didn't, and you probably have no clue who Ghostface is. Well, that kind of goes in line with the rest of this as well. So that's one thing these movies do. They keep you guessing. They keep you on your toes, because just when you think you have something figured out, they kind of spin it around on you a little bit. So no surprise there, at least not a whole lot. But you probably noticed I didn't show the podcast image on the last one because I didn't really do much to it. And kind of the same way with this one too. I just kind of squared it off there a little bit. Let's go back to the posters. There we go. Before we get into the review that I will share that I had on moviedeputy.com, I want to share with you the trailer. Now, I will say this trailer kind of does the whole fast scene thing, just to kind of give you a little bit of a heads up on that. But let's check it out.
Let's get down to business. The way I see it, someone's out to make a sequel. You know, cash in on all the movie murder hoopla. So it's our job to observe the rules of the sequel. Number one, the body count is always big. The death scenes are always much more elaborate.
And gory.
Carnage candy. And number three, never, ever, under any circumstances, assume the killer was dead.
How do we find the killer, Randy? That's what I want to know.
Well, let's look at the suspects. There's Derek, the obvious boyfriend.
You think it's Derek?
That's so fast. So forget the boyfriend. It's tired. Who else do we got?
There's
Mickey, the freaky Tarantino film student.
But if he's a suspect, so am I. So let's move on.
maybe you are a suspect.
Well, if I'm a suspect, you're a suspect.
You have a point.
Does this movie have a point? You're probably asking yourself that at this point.
Hey, let's move on.
And before it gives us a chance to move on, the trailer ends. But as you can tell, it's kind of the whole whodunit. It's like, who's a suspect? Who's alive? Who's dead? Who's this? Who's that? This movie goes down that rabbit hole in utter succession with itself. And you may be wondering, okay, but what does that do? Well, it still stays true to a lot of the ideas in the first movie. I mean, it has that Wes Craven just creep factor going on here. And so that really plays a part in a lot of this. But before we get into that too much, I want to share with you the original review on moviedeputy.com. And yes, of course, if you're curious, this of course does have a guilty rating. But Sidney and her friends have moved on with their lives and are acclimating to college life. The story of what happened in Woodsboro has been developed into a movie and is causing havoc in the lives of the survivors. When the killings start again, they are reliving the terrors once again. Is this merely a copycat, or is there more to the connection to Woodsboro than they realize? As they explore both ideas, some friends from the past come to help. Finding the killer this time will be much harder than they realize. The killings seem much more random this time, but something doesn't feel quite right. As Sidney and her friends start to figure out a plan to solve the mystery, a twist will throw everything off track. Once they get back on track, the killer is revealed, along with the reasons for what has been happening. Is this the end of the story? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Which obviously at this point we know it's not the end of the story, but at that time we did not know. And so it says the killer is revealed, but are they? These movies, they take us through a gamut of the emotions. You get people from, in the last one, they were all still in high school. This one, they're in college, they're starting their lives, they're kind of get things going. They're kind of developing who they are, but the ghost face killer will not let them be. And so why is that? Who is it? And what is the motive? Is there a motive, or is this just psychosis unveiled? I guess if you are a fan of the Scream series, you will want to check this out. Score-wise, though, this one made the other one's cliches almost seem poetic. This one doesn't quite have the oomph that we had with the original with some of the mystery, but this one definitely still has some stuff going on. There are a lot of flaws if you're paying close attention. And for Scream 2, I am giving it a 5.25 out of 10 on the deputy scale. You may be thinking, wait a minute, that's only a quarter of a point off from the first one. It's because they're both pretty much equal in the same camp. This one just has a few more flaws, per se. It's maybe not the traditional flaws that you might expect to see in something such as this, but just enough where it makes it almost uncomfortable at times to watch. Now, if you are sensitive, you don't like blood and gore, these Fu movies are full of it in more ways than one. But if you are a fan, this is one that you won't want to miss. So whether you saw this when it first came out in the theaters years ago, or you're a fan of the series and you want to just go back and rewatch it, then I hope that this helps. As always, I promise this is going to be an adventure. And so I'm hoping that you are having as much fun as I am. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that little notification bell to get the latest and the greatest Movie Deputy content. But until Friday, I will see you guys later. Bye.